Okay, welcome back to part 2. I'm sorry about that. A call came through, but this is a person that feels like you're never going to stand up for yourself or like leave or something. I kept picking up. Yeah. So you need to call your power back, because whoever that is feel like they have power over you somehow. Whether it is they stole it from you or you gave it to them blindly or freely, whatever it is, you need to call all that back. All that power, all that, whatever this friction is, call it back. Any more messages? Any more messages for the collective? Any more messages? Look at that. Mountain came back out. So yeah, mountains are significant for someone here. That, like I said, they hold secrets and knowledge, and they can increase your psychic abilities. And then we have snakes. So because some of you are going through a transformation, snakes hold wisdom and protection, and they represent rebirth. I posted the Urubus on my Instagram earlier. If you haven't followed me over on Instagram, go ahead and check it out. You don't have to, but yeah, check out the snake I posted earlier. I love snakes. Snakes are one of my totem animals. They are very protective, very knowledgeable, and they hold primal energy. And that was another thing I kept picking up on, primal energy on the person that wanted to go, like they felt like they wanted to go home. Yeah, they wanted to, like, it was something very primal about them, very, very visceral. But yeah, like I said, snakes represent transformation and rebirth, because they go through sloughing and they shed that skin and become anew. That's why I love snakes and butterflies, because they go through that change, like butterflies with the metamorphosis. So snakes could be important to you. You could have been thinking about getting a snake, or you could have found a snake. Snakes could be your spirit animal on here. You could have been born in the year of the snake, which is 89, I believe. I think it's 1989, yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, some of the cards are flipped about. Look at that. Celtic magic. I picked up on a Dear Deity earlier. I told you guys it was one of my downloads. Celtic magic. Someone is practicing, or they working with this Dear Deity. He had a deer head. That's the best way I can describe it. No disrespect, but yeah, that's the best way I could describe it. It was like a deer head because the antlers was still on there. It was a male, of course. I'm not talking about a dove. I know what I saw. It was somebody doing Celtic magic. Oh, we could have a reincarnated shaman. So like I said, somebody here who's menstrual just switched to the red moon cycle. You may be a reincarnated shaman. Shaman are not just male. In some cultures they were female. They were the medicine women. They were the healers, light workers. So 144 could be important to you. You also could have been an indigo child. You always had these abilities. You always were getting, always had very strange experience about you. You are very different. You are very strange. Yeah. Look at this. I just reached over. Deer is on the top. And we have reincarnated high priest. We have deer. Deer holds inner peace, intuition, self-awareness, energetic sensitivity, gentleness, and tranquility. And honestly, when I seen him in my mind's eye, I didn't feel, it felt very, he felt very curious and welcoming, though, at the same time, as almost like it was a nod, I acknowledge you. But yeah, somebody could be working with him. But I also, like I said, because Temple stuck out, somebody could be I'm going to put Deer back, because I wanted to come out on its own. It was just sitting on the top of my deck. But somebody, like I said, could be a high priest or a reincarnated. You're a reincarnated high priest, because I kept picking up temples. It's something important about temples for you. You may like to sit under candlelight. You may like to be alone a lot. When you went into your spiritual path, you felt very honored. This is someone that might have accepted it with open arms. So I'm feeling that maybe you need to visit these temples. And the temples I picked up were Cambodia, and then it was an Islamic temple. But it was it wasn't in our country. And then I picked up on ancient Egypt. So you might need to visit whoever that resonates for. All right. Oh, no. Okay. What? Do I take them? Take the first. Okay. I'm gonna put these back, but what I got was conjurers. So you could be a conjurer or have conjurers in your bloodline. Light worker. And your next familiar may be a cat. So the next animal that may come to you, or the next animal you may feel driven towards or drawn towards, could be a cat. I'm going to take these, but I'm gonna put them back. They fell out. Because earlier I did speak of an Orisha wants to work with you. That is definite. Keep it out. Because it's a river there. It's a river spirit Orisha that wants to work with you there. Someone could be a reincarnated deity. We have witch here, which is probably why you're next familiar. You could be drawn to cats at this time. You feel this. You feel that you have a infinite connection with cats. You feel like, and it's funny that it's a reincarnated deity, because yesterday I got a download for Imhotep. He was a high priest of Ra. I'm picking up a high priestess for someone. Someone was a high priestess around this time with Imhotep. Because I wouldn't say priestess like that. Imhotep was male. He was a high priest of Ra. But he also was deified. So when he had passed on, they had gave him the rank of deity. So Imhotep may be significant for someone. And then we have bats. So that bats represent rebirth, inner awareness. They're a good omen, good luck. They represent health and wealth and a long life. That may resonate with someone. You may have bats in your area, or you may love bats. But this goes on with that rebirth energy. I'm gonna put those back, and if they come out again, I'll take them. But I was told to, because river spirits and water keep popping up, to take this Orisha card. Yeah, so Orisha wants to work or connect with you. You need to do your research there, or if you already know whose it is and you've been slacking on getting out into nature and getting into the elements, they're nudging you. Messages. So we have solar plexus. So like I said, in one of my other readings, I kept getting I picked up on the color yellow. Someone's solar plexus could be activated. That's in your upper abdomen, in your stomach area. It represents your identity and self-worth, as well as your self-esteem and confidence. And it is represents the element of fire. So like I said, you could be getting initiated by fire, or you could need to work with that element of fire. Next, we have connect with deities. We have Lilith out here. So like I said, they're going to keep nudging you. And they're using me to nudge you because they know that you're being hesitant. You could be being lazy or procrastinating. So they're nudging. Yeah. They said they already know what they need to do. Don't say nothing else. Okay. So you need to connect with your deities. Then we have generational wealth. So someone here could be trying to manifest generational wealth. I did pick up in one of my readings some energy around, some chaotic energy or something like that around a manifestation, but also one of the money oracle cards fell out, and some of you could be getting an inheritance or like a windfall or something like that. It has something to do with you on this spiritual journey, though. It has something to do with that, so I'll put that over here. Okay. Just trying to make sure I make room. At the top of the deck, we have seers. I did say I picked up on someone's bloodline of seers. But down south, they refer to them as cunning. And then I also picked up New England just now. Like something about seers in New England. Or, yeah. I'll take it. Your power can be sensed through all realms, dimensions, and portals, and possibly the government too. This card popped. This is the second time in a reading since I've posted on YouTube that this card popped out. It has something to do with y'all because some of y'all can access portals, and other dimensions could be important because maybe you resonate with like other universes and galaxies. And then some of you can easily access portals. On our community board, we had one of our tribe members who seems to be having symptoms of accessing past life actions by worshiping the sun, but also being able to see portals. All right. Look at that. Leo, the sun. So I'm going to take it. That's your confirmation. What's going on there? You're like they said. See, the collective, when we get together and we start to help one another, we can get answers and confirmation. Because we had dimensions and portals come out. And then we had Leo flipped, and on the back, the sun. Primal energy. Vital life force. That's, yeah. You're able to access these portals. And some of you, too, could be doing that in the forest and in the woods. You could be able to access other realms, other places. And that's probably why, and I can't even say too much on here, but the government, too, is possibly sensing your powers. Because that's some powerful, that's some potent stuff right there. All right. Okay, we have 666. It's just a gentle reminder you may be out of alignment. So like I said, I keep saying that some of you could be needing to get into nature. Or you may be too focused on a certain outcome. That could be for someone that's trying to work with a deity or getting their spells or manifestations. Like I expressed before, it takes time and it takes patience. Sometimes they test you, especially if you're working with deities. They want to see how determined, how dedicated, and how loyal you are to this path, to this journey, because it's not for the weak of heart, and it's not for a quitter. It's not for someone that's going to throw in the towel and flush all the work they've gotten done down the toilet. This is for someone that's willing to stick it out. So have patience. You may need to raise your vibration. and focus on positive energy. 666 is not a number that relates to any demonic activity or anything like that. That kind of stuff is really for entertainment. So just, you know, be careful of like what you're digesting. But surround yourself with good people you trust at this time. So that's also too for the people that needs to call their power back. Stop being around people that are trying to hurt you or diminish your power and make you feel small about yourself. I know it sounds easier said than done, especially some people are in certain situations where they can't just readily get up and pack and go, but you gotta, your spirit team loves you and they hate to see what's going on with you, whether this is self-sabotage or somebody else is doing this to you. But they want you to get up and they want you to try, because the more you try, the more they can get under you and lift you up to where you need to be. So here we have the sacral chakra. That's your lower abdomen, 2 inches below your navel. It represents the sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, and sexuality. It is related to the color orange and the element of water. So you could be a water sign. But also, like I said, I did pick up on the color orange a few readings ago. And I picked up someone doing some type of sex magic. So you are operating heavy in that sacral chakra, especially if you're doing blood sex magic. Your sacral chakra is probably wide open. Messages. I'll take that. Let's see what we got. So the first card that popped out, we got a lot of cards that came out. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So the first card that popped out was Incarnated Deity. You could be carrying the energy of a spirit of a deity. I did mention Imhotep and High Priest. Reincarnated High Priest did come out. And like I said before, Imhotep was both. He was a High Priest of Ra. And he also was deified after, I think, around 300 or 3,000. It's one of those numbers after his death. And so that means he was given the rank of a deity. So somebody here could be Imhotep. Your deities want to talk with and work with you. Yeah, your deities want to talk with you. They want to work with you too. They need you to go in and connect. Look at that, because we had connect with deities come out. They're going to keep nudging you. They are. And a lot of my downloads came from them nudging me about things that I needed to know. So they're nudging you. They're just using me now to do it because it's a must. So someone needs to move. Like I said, this is someone that could be that needs to loosen up. You need to move some of that energy because you're so rigid in your schedule or in your thinking process. You don't allow room for fluidness to enter your life. And with fluidness comes a flow of energy, and it's like a stream. And because you're so uptight and because you're driven to some type of outcome, it's something that has you uptight. It could even be work. It could be a situation. Whatever it is, you need to get up, get around, and move. Take that how that resonates. Whether you need to move, whether you need to, like move houses, locations, whatever, or whether you need to physically dance and move to clear any stagnant energy. We have multicolored feathers. So like I said, someone earlier could be seeing yellow, black, white, and that's probably why solar plexus popped out too, because it is associated with yellow, which is identity and self. So these are signs that you're trying to wake up. Your higher self is trying to wake you up to who you truly are. So you could be seeing feathers. Multicolored feathers represent regeneration, mystical realms, and strong connections to angels. So this one too, Italian ancestors, which is funny, I had this came out because earlier I picked up strega. I think I'm saying it right, strega. But when I asked on clarification on that, it again said witch. And I said, okay. So someone's Italian ancestors are proud of you and wish to work with you help you to with your journey, with your path, and they want to help bring in fortune for you. I'm just trying to, okay, we have Capricorn energy here. You could be a Capricorn, but we have that loyalty, family-minded, paternal, honest, devoted energy out, which makes sense because that not only describes the sun energy, that paternal, that type of devoted like energy, but it also too here it could be a male ancestor, an Italian male ancestor. We have angels. You could be an earth angel, or and two here I'm picking up that angels, somebody wants to work with angels, or angels are working with you. If you wanted to know if they heard your prayers, they did. They're working with you. You got to give it time. But someone here could be an earth angel. That's Sagittarius energy. That life purpose energy. We have Scottish ancestors out. Like I said earlier, I kept hearing kayak. I hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, your ancestors, they want to work with you. Take that how that resonates. Look, top of the deck, this slid out, and it's the high priest. Someone here is a high priest. But they have high priest in their blood, but someone is a high priest, and they want to wake you up on your path. You have spirit guides out here. Like I said, you're not alone on this spiritual journey. It's not like you woke up and like, because we're on this realm and you don't see your whole entire spiritual team, you're not alone. They have your back. You have spirit guides out here. Angels, ancestors, spirit animals. Come on. Orishas out here. See, a moon goddess wants to work with you. That's Lilith, or it could be Hecate, but we have Lilith out here. And I know for a fact someone needs to tap into the dark feminine. You got to stop being scared. She's going to help you. She'll help you. Like I told you, she'll hold your hand. She'll guide you. She'll walk the walk with you and talk the talk with you if you really want her to. But she's very, once you build that rapport with her, it's almost very motherly, or it could be very sisterly. But she's protective. She will guide you. She will give you the courage you need to stand up for yourself against these people here. That's a good way to help balance your shadow self too, you can't be all love and light all the time. That's not balance, because when the dark seeps in, it falls in like a drop of ink inside of a cup of water. It's going to consume all the light because it's so dense. So you have to balance it. And then we have Goddess Sekhmet out here. She is a goddess of war and healing, and she also protected the pharaohs, and she had a role in the afterlife as well. Sekhmet energy is out here. Look at that. That's beautiful. Okay, any last messages? We'll take that. Oh, no. Don't do that. Okay. Okay, no. We good. Okay. We stayed. Okay, top of the deck. Just going off. Okay, don't read no more because my next card is saying not yet. So I'm going to stop it there. But top of the deck, you have the respect and protection of angels. And it's funny because angels want to work with you, popped out. They know that you're on this path, and they're trying to connect with you because they want to show you through confirmation that you're not alone, and that that they're there even though you can't see them. They're there. You just need to connect and talk to them. like I said, it's in my last video. You have to be very specific because there's a lot of energies out here. So you need to be very specific on the energies you're calling in. So you got to be specific in what you're saying and hone in on that energy. You got to talk to them. You got to build a rapport there. They want to help. But like I said, we're autonomous beings. So they're just standing by, like they're helping you as much as they can in the spirit realm. But they're waiting for you to give that consent of you welcoming them into your energy, into your life, into your secret space even. You have a connection with animals, specifically snakes, dogs, and cats. Snakes popped out earlier, so. Oop. Like I said, someone could be wanting to get a snake. Someone has a snake. It's something like that. And like I said in part 1, better, brighter days are coming. Spirit wanted you to know that. This was for somebody that had those nasty, suicidal, intrusive thoughts. Come on. Spirit wants you to know better days are coming, baby. Better days are coming. More stable days are ahead. Absolutely. Your prayers are being heard and answered. I told you. I might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie. I might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie. I told you. Come on, y'all. Your prayers are being heard and answered. I told you that. And we have Aquarius energy out here. So you could be in Aquarius, but you could be in that energy of being logical or open-minded and inviting, connecting in fear. I'm feeling that is for someone. That is for all of you. I take that back. You have to be open-minded, logical, inviting, connecting, and fear. Those are key elements to being on the spiritual journey. You need to work on all of those, being logical, you know, by doing your research, not just jumping in and start calling on deities and energies. Do your research. How do I protect myself? You know, certain things like that. Being open-minded, you know, when you start to receive confirmation and when you start to, you know, get that nudge, be open-minded. Like, okay, maybe this is it. Because the more you start to trust your gut, the more you start to trust your intuition, the easier it's going to become for you to connect. So you need to be a little inviting. You need to not be so hard on yourself, as long as you do it in order. So like I said, number 1, be logical, do your research, learn how to protect yourself. Be open-minded to what you're sending out, because it's going to want to contact you, even if it's just to the universe. Be inviting. Do not be closed off, because if you close the door, how is the energy going to get in? Connect. You need to connect to get those downloads to keep moving forward onto your spiritual path on your next level. And then be fair. Not just fair to yourself. Always be fair to yourself, of course. But be fair to those around you and the energies you're working with. Have a moral compass. Have a heart. And move with discernment. All right. Now, that being said, do I want to pull a tarot? Look at that. Top of the card. The sun. I just said, do I want to... My cards are sitting right here. I said, do I want to pull a tarot? Top... Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. Do I want to pull a tarot and I get the sun? Queen of Pentacles. Somebody is trying to manifest money. She's trying to build it up to get to her Empress status. Sit up on that throne because she deserves it. That could be a message for someone that put in the work and they're a little farther ahead. They may be already on there they gotten into the groove of it, and now they're like, okay, cool. But look at this. We have the sun out here. Confirmation again. Confirmation again for someone that wants to know. If they see portals when they look in the sun. Here we are. That's your confirmation, babes. No, okay, not tonight. I'm here. Not the scribe ball tonight. Yep. It's all good. It was a beautiful, beautiful reading I feel like I had with you all. I will put in the description box below the channeled prayer poem that I did while I was meditating. I'll also make sure to put the names of those meditation songs I mentioned in my downloads in part 1 as well in the description box below. I'll put them on both videos. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I thank you all so much for allowing me to do these readings for you all and for subscribing. Like I said before, this is an energy exchange, so if you feel called to, please like, share, comment, subscribe. I do have a tip jar. I'll put it in the description box below. All right, guys, thank you so much. I now close out this reading and send back the energy. Bye.